Look at that, sunrise, and I don't get to leave the house until 7:25. That's my kind of sunrise. Woohoo! Alright, morning all. It is getting towards the end of November. It must be I think it's the 1st of December tomorrow. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, come for sunrise. Sunrise is happening, or is on its way of happening at the minute. Look, there's a little bit of colour in the sky, but there's some sea mist out there. So it's kind of, well, probably clouds 100 million miles away. I've done a video before from that point there. Beyond that is kind of St Mary's and Brixham and all the rest of it, and Bury Head's out that way there somewhere. But I've done a video from that point there, looking this way, sort of down the coast there. I think I've done a sunrise one and a sunset. It's a cracking little spot. So I thought I'd come further down the coast and see if I can. I've been in Brixham most of my life, 20 years now, and there's still parts of this coast that I haven't even got a clue what it's called, but no doubt someone will tell me what it is. I forget what that was called now. I forget. So I'm going to have a little walk about and see if I can find a composition. I'm hoping the sun's going to kind of break its way through. In fact, I don't mind it like that, at least if we get a bit more colour. Because obviously I don't want the sun coming through. But yeah, I think this is a cracking fishing spot, going by what my cousin says and what other people say. Problem is with shots like this, you want to get close to the edge. But there's all this fern and shit. And it's hard, soft. So, a bit dodgy. Wife would give me nothing but earache if I fall off the edge. So I'm going to have a walk about, see what I can find. Cool. I spoke too soon. Look who's making an appearance. There he is. Can I zoom in on this bloody thing? No, can't. There she is, look. Just popping her head through the clouds. That's not a bad little view, is it? Could do with the sun being like 15 times bigger. Look a lot better in the shot. But there's a little bit of colour on the water now. And the good thing is, because the sun looks like that, I'm not going to get a huge amount of glare. So, yeah, I'll see if I frame up a shot. If you tilt your head to one side, I might go for something like that. Tilt your head back, because there's not a lot. Everything else is in shadow on this side. But anyway, just a second ago, I was stood up there. And it's like the flipping moon down here. But down inside there, there's a couple of shots looking out when I get a bit of colour in the sky. Yeah, I'm going to have a look, see if I can get something there. I'll probably go for a bit of an exposure, sort of 10 seconds, something like that, to get something cool out of this. Yeah, some nice colour in the rocks here. It'd be nice if I could sit down there, really, but I'll get down there, I don't think I'll get back up. I've been fanning around trying to get me tripod comfy, because it's bloody right dodgy on me foot down here, and I don't want to fall down there because I'll get headache. Sun's properly out now. I quite like this rock in the foreground here. Looks pretty cool. That's getting brighter and brighter. I've got a 0.9 soft graduated leaf filter to kind of slow that brighter sky down a bit. I've only got like a third of the sky, but you can see there's a bit of a red tinge there. And I'm hoping that I'm getting a bit of detail in this rock. It'd be nice to get a little bit. What am I going for? I'm sort of f13, 10th of a second, ISO 100. I've got these kind of rocks on the sides, and I've gone for a portrait shot. I might chuck an ND filter on now and see if I can get a bit of a longer exposure out of it, because there's so much going on around that rock. I think it'll look quite cool. Yeah. So these first, look at that, whoosh. So these first two shots are, 10th of a second, I think they were, f13. And in fact, one I've taken on the side. I've had to do a bit of an HDR because it was a little bit early and it was darker. It was dark in here. I've gone for, yeah, 10th of a second, and then a stop, 2 stops above and 2 stops below. But I'm not keen on mixing different shots. I'm not the best editor in the world. I like to get it right in camera if I can, because the dynamic range on these new cameras are bloody brilliant anyway. But look at the state of that sky now. Look at it. Boof. I've put a 0.9 hard grad filter. It's right along the horizon there, because I'm trying to recover some shadows in here. So hopefully, it's a bit of a pastel-y shot. It looks quite good. It may not work. Since I've had this Canon EOS-R, the dynamic range has been so good. I haven't needed my graduated filters as much at all, but like I say, that sun's quite bright, so see what that comes out like. Shutter speed on that bad boy, 5 seconds at f13. Right, I said just a minute ago I'm not really one for HDRs and blending loads of shots, but look at this for a scene. I ain't got a lot of room here, but look at that, all the way up. And a cool sky. The problem is, obviously I'm filming this on something with a dynamic range isn't too bad. But when I look at this shot from in here, these rocks on the sides are just black. And the water obviously is white, so what I've had to do, I've taken probably about 6 shots, focused on these rocks in the foreground here. I'm not going for much movement in the shot. I'm literally just shooting in manual, take a shot, change the shutter speed, take a shot, change the shutter speed, take a shot, change the shutter speed until I've got detail in the rocks and detail in the bright sky. And then when I get back on the computer, I'll mix them all up and hopefully I'll get something out of it. Because the colour in these foreground rocks are absolutely brilliant. And there's a little bit of pastel-y colour in the sky. So fingers crossed, it's a mixture of exposures. This is where I was earlier on. First of all, at the start of the morning, got myself a cracking shot. Only problem is there's not a lot going on in the sky, so I don't know if you can see, but I'm kind of framing it up like that. Bit precarious on the edge here. Normally I'd never put my central column up, but I need to because this bloody grass is getting in the shot. I'm just kind of waiting for the wind to die. I've got my Lee Pro Glass IRND and it's giving me a shutter speed of 5 seconds, which is getting a nice bit of movement in these foreground rocks. I'm shooting at f13, ISO 100, focused on a big rock in the foreground here. But because it's a bit windy, what I'm doing is just I'm zooming in on the shot just to make sure it's nice and sharp. And that there is about, well, it's sharper than my flipping penknife. Pretty much framed it so it goes up, 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 and a little bit of the sky. Because like I say, there's no colour going in there, so it's all this. I love the red rock, the textures in the rocks, little bit of movement in the water. It's not too bad. I know what you're thinking, I need a haircut. The state of it, look. Fucking badger. There's only one problem with this photography game. Because you always want to get to a spot to get a shot which no one else has got. Spend your life walking up and down mountains like a goat. I'm going to have arse cheeks made of granite. Whew. Right, that's about it. If you got this far, cheers for watching. It's been one of those mornings. I don't think I haven't got like a front cover shot or anything like that. Just the sun wasn't really playing ball. It was kind of nothing, then boom. Loads of stuff stuck in the shadows down here because the angle of the sun coming on the coastline here. But it's better to be out than in the photography world anyway. So cheers for watching, see you in the next vid. I've got to try and get some more vids out. I've just been so lazy, I haven't bothered my arse to get out of bed just lately. Too much red wine on a Friday and a Saturday night, I think. But anyway, cheers for watching, see you in the next one. Cheers, bye. You noticed I keep cutting my bloody head off with this phone, I think because my eyesight's crap now. I've got to hold it out there, that's better, innit? Chop me bloody, mind you, you don't want to see me hair. Anyway, cool. See you in the next vid. Cheers, bye. I've fucking done it again, look. Later. Oh, and Si, if you're still watching, Have a day off work, mate. You put your feet up. You haven't had many holidays just lately. Speak to you in the week, buddy. Cheers. Bye.